time, motherfuckers. Welcome to a new video talking about the best and the worst of Smackdown Live. The show was on the 2nd of January of 2026, the first show of the year, and that's the first show of 3 hours of Smackdown in his return of his 3 hours. And okay, first this week I'm going to start to talking about the best, because in the last Monday Night Raw I just talk about bad things. I make a video about the bad and the worst, but in this Smackdown I like more than the previous Raw, and I'm going to start talking about the best thing, who like all the last 20 previous weeks or 15 previous week, the best thing of the Smackdown Live was the open challenge of the United States title. This week we have the Carmelo Hayes Open Challenge, who of course he's another great wrestler. If I say that Ilya Dragunov is the best wrestler of WWE, maybe Carmelo Hayes is the second best wrestler of WWE, and he made a great match against Johnny Gargano. This wasn't my favorite match ever, because okay, I all the time feel that the match never enter in a good pace, because all the time we had like good moves and later a little bit seconds in the floor with two good moves and later another weight. So I never enter completely into the match, and I never feel that the match ended in a greatness mood, but was a great match with good moves. And I feel that Carmelo Hayes made the majority of the match. I feel that Johnny Gargano spent the plenty of the match in the floor or making just heel moves or hitting the head of his opponent. I feel that Johnny Gargano can make so much more, and we haven't the best version of Johnny Gargano, but still this was the best moment of SmackDown, like the previous weeks and the previous month with Sami Zayn, later with Dragunov, and now with okay, I was expecting that they make something different with Carmelo Hayes, not still with open challenge. Okay, we have the open challenge with Zayn. Later, I understand that they continue making the same with Ilya Dragunov, but I expect that with Carmelo, and I enjoy so much, of course, but I expect that with Carmelo Hayes, they are going to make something different. But okay, I say that it's fine, this open challenge, and okay, they are making not only an open challenge without history, they are trying to make some history with DIY and action. I don't know. But okay, I think that Carmelo Hayes was the best of SmackDown. Okay, I'm happy, of course, to see Randy Orton back, of course. I hope that he finally be heel, and if Cody Rhodes retains against Drew McIntyre, I hope that the Randy Orton goes against Cody Rhodes. And okay, now talk about the worst part of SmackDown Live, who is not a specific segment of match. I'm going to talk about the whole women's SmackDown division. In the video of Raw, I talk about the worst Raw division, who is the female division. But in this video, I'm going to not talk about just a single competitor of SmackDown or of a single match. I'm going to talk about the whole women's division, because I remember that the last week I talked about Jay Cargill, who is the worst thing of SmackDown. So now I'm not going to say that back again, but I'm going to talk that everything I think that is bad made in SmackDown. Because okay, we have three divisions: the main event, the main eventer, who is supposed to be the world champion, the mid card, the mid card title, who is the United States title, and the tag team. But I think that everything is bad, because I feel that the best wrestlers are in the tag team division, and the worst wrestlers and the most jobbers are in the main event division. And in the mid card division we have something strange, who is Julia, who is a great wrestler, facing Chelsea Green, who is another good wrestler, but with a bad character, who makes to make bad moves, and with matches of 3 minutes. So feel that everything is bad, because first in the main event we have Jay Cargill against Michin and Bifaf for the last 2 months, with no matches in the ring, only Michin against Bifaf and Jay Cargill against Bifaf and Michin, the jobbers, and Jay Cargill, who is the worst wrestler in the planet, making backstage segments with no matches. But okay, I talk about that in the last video, so that's of course the worst part. But in the mid card we have, just like I said, Julia, who is one of the best wrestlers, and Chelsea Green, who is fine, but in matches of 3 minutes. If they need that, and they say no, the attendance and the crowd that didn't react with Julia. Okay, if they give Julia maybe a 3 minute matches against Chelsea Green, the people are not going to like Julia. If you give Julia a 25-minute match against Io Sky or against Katie Sane or Rhea Ripley, something like that, maybe she can make something. But what's the problem? That you have all the good wrestlers of SmackDown in the tag division. You cannot have rivals, opponents to Jay Carly or opponents to Julia, because you have everybody in the tag division. You have Charlotte Flair, 14 times world champion in tag division. Alexa Bliss, 5-time world champion in tag. Rhea Ripley in tag division. Io Sky in tag division. Kairi Sane in the tag division. Asuka in the tag division. You have every all of your main eventers in the tag division. So you cannot make, okay, you want to make Io Sky and Rhea Ripley against Asuka and Kairi Sane, fine, make that in the tag division, but put Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss to go for the world title, for example. Cargill is heel, Alexa and Charlotte are faces, so okay, they can still be teammates or friends or wherever they are, but for example, try to make something like Alexa Bliss or Charlotte Flair against Jade Cargill, for example, or put Alexa Bliss against Julia in a long match, something like that. But I think that is so bad distribute. They are every main eventers and every good wrestlers in the tag division making bad matches, because okay, if at least they make 2 against 2 in long matches, but they only make this is the tag division and they only make 1-on-1 matches. It's have no sense. But in WWE they make everything opposite. In the individual division, for example in Raw, or they always make 2 against 2 or 3 against 2, 3 against 3, and in the tag team division they always make 1 against 1. That's no sense. Okay, if you want to have Charlotte in the tag division, make tag team matches, not Alexa against Nia Jax, Alexa against Bifa. No sense. And if you want to put Alexa in individual matches, put Alexa to fight for the good title. For example, Alexa against Julia could be a great idea, and go Charlotte against this fucking Jay Cargill and fucking the throne in one day Jay Cargill. So okay, that's my thoughts about SmackDown Live. The best thing of this week was Carmelo Hayes Open Challenge, and the worst thing the women's division. So let's see if SmackDown improves. The next week we are going to have Cody Rhodes against Drew McIntyre. I'm sure that this is going to be a great match, and I hope that Drew McIntyre retains the title. Bye bye, win the title. Bye bye, motherfuckers.